What is going on, guys? Darius Benton here, and today I'm bringing you guys another child support case. I miss doing these cases, so I thought, you know what, why not bring them back? I know you guys enjoy them too. I didn't really read into this one, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but all I know, it's gonna be good, because they're always good, you know what I mean? So, that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, drop down in the comment section. I want to hear your opinions because I answer every single comment. I do. Doesn't matter how many I get, I answer every single comment. If you guys want to test that theory, just comment anything and I guaranteed I will respond to it. You know what I mean? With that being said, guys, let's get right into the video and I really hope you guys enjoy.
Because I'm trying to get my child support reduction.
Okay. All right.
Child support reduction, okay.
Based on what? Like, what's going on?
Well, I currently pay $880 a month for child support.
Okay.
I also pay $362 for health insurance.
Oh, it's already up all the
And
way.
I see my kids every maybe like 4 times a week.
Okay.
I see them pretty often, and she's trying to take my kids and move off to Florida.
Okay.
And Yana, I'm not going for that.
All right. Did she tell you why she was trying to move to Florida?
Because she just want to live her best life.
She said that?
That's what it is. She want to go to the beach, drink coconut balls, whatever they have out there in Florida.
Coconut
and
balls.
Just have her best life.
Okay, wait a minute. So did she actually tell you that, or you interpreting her as living her best life?
Yana, why would anybody else want to move to Florida? That's Paradise City.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to move too, but I can't go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got to work. So could it be for a job?
You know, Yana, I haven't asked because when she told me that she wanted to move to Florida, I got so upset about the fact of losing my kids that I was like, are you moving to Florida for like vacation time or just so you can live your best life, or because we in Texas, I'm in Texas. I'm a good dad.
So what did she say to that when you said, are you trying to move to Florida to live your best life?
She said, yo, you shouldn't have messed up.
What did you do?
It's a long story, Yana. I could tell you how we split up, but I kind of messed up.
Well, I have time. Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
I love how she's like, oh, I have time, and kind of picked up her tea, sipped her tea, and ready to get right into it. But first thing I want to say, that's a very odd couple. Those two do not look like they would even be together. Very odd couple, first off. Secondly, she's wrong for wanting to leave the city that those kids' father's in. That father, he says that he sees his kids 3-4 times a week. Imagine ripping that away from your children. If you really love your kids, you wouldn't do that. You can try to make a better life for you, but not necessarily make a better life for your kids. You know what I mean? So like, she's wrong for that, trying to strip her kids from having a father. I already know what he's gonna say, but let's just see.
I didn't even realize you had gum in your mouth till you start smiling. You know, I don't allow gum chewing in here.
I'm sorry, Yana.
Oh, it's okay. You can just put it to your back of your throat. I'm not gonna tell you to swallow it. I don't think that's really healthy.
Yes, ma'am.
But
It's
I
to the
have
back.
time for the story when you're ready. After you.
It's to the back right now, Yana. No more chewing for me.
Okay.
So,
Continue.
long story short, I met this lady our freshman year of college.
Okay.
And we were in class, and she was sitting in the front, I was sitting in the back. And I saw her, and I said, man, I'm gonna have to put my bid in as soon as class is over.
Bid. That's what they call it.
bid.
Bid. Okay.
We call it put your bid in. Because you know, I'm
Alright.
sure it's
I
other
never
people that
heard
put
of
their
that.
bid in too. So if I got the highest bid, of course I'm a getter, you know.
Oh, so
So-
you subcontracting.
You guys are sitting there talking like these are freaking objects. These are women you guys are talking about. Sit saying, put my bid in. These, like an auction. These are actually human beings you're talking about here. Like, that's not, like, it may seem funny, but it's not funny. Like, men need to start treating women with a little more respect, in my opinion.
These things now.
I was, yeah. At that time, I was subcontracting, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Right.
Keep going.
So I saw her in the hall, and I came to her, and my bid won. And we was together for years, Your Honor. We were together for years. We have 2 kids. We have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Throughout the time, and as life just went on, we just started kind of fading, Your Honor. I'm a coach. I'm a football coach at a college.
Okay.
And one of the cheerleading coaches kept hitting on me, and I kept rejecting her.
So you put a bid on her too?
She put the bid on me, Yana. Yeah, she put the bid on me. So I gave in to that bid. She had a high bid. And at the time, my lady, she wasn't putting in no more bids on me. She wasn't cooking me dinner. She wasn't massaging me like she used to. She wouldn't even let me watch sports on Sundays, Yana, because she wanted to watch The Bachelor. So it just wasn't working. And I gave in to what was going on, and I messed up. She saw my phone. She saw that I was with her a few times, and she left me, Yana.
Okay.
She left me.
That was a very colorful story.
That was very
interesting.
colorful,
I
yeah,
hear the
that-
word bid. I think about someone, trying to do construction on my home. So it's just interesting hearing you use that term referring to relationships. Okay, so you don't want her to move to Florida,
No, ma'am.
all right? And you want your child support reduced as a result if she does move? Or
Well,
do you just want it reduced just because?
I just want it reduced just because.
Okay, got it.
I feel like I know dudes that don't see their kids ever and they not on child support. I see my kids multiple times through the week and I'm paying $880 a month.
Okay. Fair enough.
Here's my interpretation on child support. If you're actively in your child's life, if you're actively doing activities, actively buying clothes, food, just actively seeing your kid in general, I believe you should not have to pay child support, in my opinion. Like honestly though, if you guys have shared joint custody, why is one paying the other child support if you're seeing the kid equally? If, and only if, that father neglects that child, does not see that kid at all, doesn't buy food, doesn't buy clothing, school supplies, all that other stuff, then yes, put him on child support. But if he's being a good father, taking care of his kid, seeing them, he doesn't even gotta be living with the kids. But if he's seeing them periodically, like every week, like 3-4 times a week, take that man off child support. He is supporting his kid. 9 times out of 10, the money that women are getting from child support, it's not going towards that kid. It's going to their hair. It's going to their nails. It's going towards other crap. I'm just being realistic. If you guys don't agree with me, drop down in the comment section and let's have a conversation about it. But that's just my interpretation about it. That's just my opinion. I feel like not, like, and I'm sure there is cases that the mother really uses the money for the kids. There is. But 9 times out of 10, no. That money's going to right in that woman's pocket. Whatever she wants to do with it. Just saying.
I believe I have majority of what I needed. Okay, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to her?
No, that's about it, Yana. That's
Okay.
about it.
All right. All right. Ma'am, and give me your last name.
It's Adams with
Adam.
2 D's.
Adams with 2 D's. Okay. All right.
Adam.
Mrs. Adams or Miss Adams?
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Adams. So tell me about
Sounds,
so this story that he
weird.
told.
Weird
He
name
actually,
for a woman.
you won the bid, or he won the bid.
Well, I think that tells you everything you need to know about his view of relationships is very transactional.
Oh yeah, that's the word I was looking for. That's it. Transactional.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very much I do this and you do that, and I think the fact that he didn't even bother to mention our children's names should tell you everything about our relationship.
Well, he told me the ages.
Yeah, well, that's great. Robert and Madison, that's with a Y.
But she ain't asked for the kid.
Okay, yeah, I get
Oh.
it. Anyway, so going back to, evidently I'm just going to Florida for a permanent vacation. I'm actually going for a job.
All right.
So what's that job?
Robert, and I'm going to be a marine biologist.
That's a good
when,
job.
when this dream come apart? Because you ain't had this dream when we met.
See, exactly. Do you ever listen?
Miss Adams,
sorry.
Adams, I need you to talk directly to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Morris, I've given you an opportunity to speak. Let me hear what she has to say.
You're right,
and
Judge, I'm
people
sorry.
can change dreams. I mean, depending on how long you guys have been apart, a lot could have changed in her life.
It's just she taking my kids, Judge. It's
Okay,
just-
well, let's hear what she has to say.
You're right. You're right.
She said marine biologist, right?
Yes.
That sounds like a really good job, and I want to hear about it. See how much money she makes.
She
all
just
right?
having random dreams, Judge, but it's all
Okay,
good.
that's great, but I need to see how much money she's making.
Right.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
All
Y'all.
right.
Yeah, less talking, more listening.
And you do the same thing. All right. Now,
My girl, saucy. She is saucy. Oh my god. Let's get back to his kids' names. Robert? Robert, for a child's name. For a black child at that. for a black child, Robert. And for the girl, I guess Madison. Why are these two white names when the father's black? I don't know, guys.
Jesus.
So
I don't know.
I'm taking the kids to Florida because I have a greater job opportunity.
Okay.
And, you know, it's so interesting to me that he says that he sees the kids 4 times a week. I guess he's talking about maybe a FaceTime call or seeing them on his phone screen, because I certainly don't see him picking up the kids and taking them to the doctor and cleaning up vomit in the middle of the night. So it's great that he thinks that that he's paying for the right to see his kids, and that there are people who don't pay child support and who see their kids a whole lot. Judge, that tells you everything you need to know about the transactional nature of relationships to Mr. Morris. So look, the fact of the matter is, I guess he doesn't realize that his children are going to need to eat, whether they live in Texas or they live in Florida. And
That's true.
And they're going to need new tennis shoes and new clothes. And I guess he just thinks that money goes on trees, or that kids just eat for free. It's not how it works. This isn't TGI Fridays. So the cost of living is going to be higher in Florida.
All right. What are we looking at?
So my rent is going up from
cost of
$2,000
living
a
is
month
gonna be
to
higher. Just don't go.
$2,800 a month.
Okay.
Because I have to have a 3-bedroom, because Robert and Madison need their own bedrooms. And of course, I have to pay for flood insurance and other things like that.
Okay. All right. And you mentioned food.
Yeah, so the kids eat organic.
Okay.
And they're vegan. And so my grocery bill for them is already close to $800 a month.
Okay.
So his opinion that $880.
Delayed reaction here. You feed your kids all organic, and let's just say they're a vegan. Your kids are vegan, and you buy all organic food. That seems more like a choice, not a requirement. Your kids didn't wake up one day and be like, "Mom, I want to be vegan. I want to eat all organic." You're choosing to do that. And I don't like parents like this. I'm not dissing no parents. I'm not dissing no parents at all. Organic food is not organic food. You're paying for the label organic, but I guarantee it's just the same food that you buy regularly, just with our organic label on it. Honestly though, like that's what it is. And you're not telling me a 10-year-old kid woke up one day and wants to be vegan. So you're choosing to spend this much money because that's probably that's your belief, not your kids. So you're choosing to do this. Like $800 a month for a grocery bill for 3 people it's not normal. That's not normal. Like it's not. That's freaking insane for 3 people. Over $800. Like that's ridiculous. Like come on. Like really. Like oh my god. Sorry guys. I'm just shocked right now about this.
For them is already close to $800 a month.
Okay.
So his opinion that $880 is too much for the kids is wrong. It is a wrong opinion, because your children deserve the nutrition they need to grow up big and healthy and strong so they can be college athletes like you want them to.
Okay, so Miss Adams, you said that your rent is going up $800.
Yeah.
You have to pay flood insurance. The children's diet, they eat organic food and they're vegan. Okay, so are you using the child support for flood insurance and rent too, or are you using it to feed the kids? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what it is that you're saying in regards to his request to get a reduction.
Yes, Your Honor. So the thing is that if I was living in a 1-bedroom because I was by myself, my rent would be a lot lower.
All right.
But I have to get a 3-bedroom because I have a boy and a girl, and I don't want them sleeping in the same bedroom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I have to get a 3-bedroom, and so it's not just that, it's my electric bill, it's cell phones, because our 5-year-old has a cell phone, so now I have to make sure that we've got her a phone line. So
Your 5-year-old has a cell phone. A 5-year-old? What is this world coming to? Where you think it's okay to give a 5-year-old a cell phone? Oh my god. Guys, a 5-year-old a cell phone is like, that is insane to me. I'm sorry. I'm just like, and you think that's reasonable to have a 5-year-old have a phone? Knowing how many weirdos and knowing how many creepers are out there, a 5-year-old that's probably just in primary, grade 1 maybe.
talk to her dad so he can see her 4 times a week on FaceTime.
So about that,
You don't
he
need
said
you don't need your
that
phone on
he
to have
sees the
FaceTime.
children now 4 times a week, and you're saying that's not true, except for like a FaceTime video or something like that.
He sees the kids on an inconsistent basis.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Okay. So when you say inconsistent, right now, do you all operate under a standard order where it's like first, third, and fifth?
He has every weekend, and I have during the week.
Okay, so every weekend he has.
Right.
Okay. During that every weekend, it's inconsistent, is what you're saying?
I mean, it's just all over the place. He just comes and goes and sees the kids whenever is convenient to him, or maybe his girlfriend like turns him down for a date or whatever.
Okay, so that was petty.
What girlfriend you talking about?
We didn't have to go there. We didn't have to go there. So is that what the issue is? Like, you're still mad at him about that story that he told?
Well, okay, so he put in a bid for an upgrade, or the upgrade put in a bid for him or whatever, and now I have to explain to our son why our family fell apart.
Oh, so it's some hurt feelings there. Okay, I understand. So, have you already moved to Florida, or is this something that you're intending on doing pretty soon?
Well, I took the job offer and I've already found an
So
apartment.
the answer is yes. You pretty much already...
Everything but the U-Haul, Your Honor.
Okay. So in your court order, do you have a geographic restriction because Dad lives here?
Yes, but he moved just outside of Ellis County, so he's just outside of the geographic restriction, so it's technically lifted, Your Honor.
Okay. And technically is what you said, but is that what your court order says?
Well, the court order says Dallas and contiguous counties, and he moved like a mile on the other side of the Ellis County line.
Okay, and I do have a copy of your court order here, and it doesn't mention that it's automatically lifted.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking it was the one that.
O is right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
O
Thank
is
you.
right. What?
I'm sorry.
Look at that look.
O is right. Because you can't just leave. You can't just do that. You actually have to ask permission to modify this order like he did.
Well, can I modify the order to move to Florida?
Did you file anything for today?
I mean,
It's a yes or no.
No, you do not.
No.
Okay then.
Okay. So you're moving without asking the court, can you move? And Dad is still living here.
Well, I guess I just didn't understand the way the order was written, because
No, you understand perfectly.
had heard that if he moved outside of where it said, then I could move.
Who did you hear that from? Did you Google? You did one of those Google searches? One of the Google lawyers told you that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because they told you wrong, and that's the problem with Googling everything. You should have actually consulted with an attorney who would have interpreted this order properly to you. You can't just move. So let me tell you what we're going to do. This is the fair thing to do. Regardless to whether you say his visits are inconsistent, he say they're consistent, the reality of it is when you move to Florida, he can no longer have access to those kids. So even if he were coming this day, and did every weekend, he won't be able to do that anymore now that you are going to move to Florida. So what I'm not going to touch is your custody arrangement. Not going to touch that at all. This is a child support court. That has nothing to do with us, okay? So I'm not going to touch it at all. You are free to move to Florida. However, he's coming off child support. So then he can use the money, the $880 or so that he would give you for child support. He can use that to travel to actually see the kids.
But what if he doesn't, Your Honor?
Well, if he doesn't, then after some time of him not doing it consistently, and when I say consistently and consecutively, it needs to at least be about 6 months or something like that, right? Then you can come back and let me know, Judge, he's not exercising regularly. I need some support for these 2 kids, right? But absent anything like that, I believe that's in the best interest of the children. And quite frankly, that's fair. You're moving without permission, right? Yeah. Which is a violation of your court order. So it's only fair that he stops paying child support. So beyond a reduction, he's coming off child support today. Now you will have to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that, what is it, 362?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll still continue to pay the health insurance, but there will be no child support paid from him to you. Hopefully you guys can come to an agreement.
That's the plan, Your Honor. Once we leave, I plan on giving her a call so we can try.
I think that's fair. Honestly, in my opinion, she shouldn't be leaving in the first place. You should not be ripping your children away from their father. A kid needs their father. I don't care what anybody says. A child needs a father in their life. Just saying, they do. So I agree with this verdict. I really do.
Talk about things and kind of get on the level with each other.
Yeah, I think that can work. And who knows, your job may transfer up here and you may end up being back in Dallas anyway. Now, if that happens, you all would need to come back, because then we need to look at something different about what child support is going to be. But until then, you know, enjoy Florida.
It's the
right,
awkward
is there anything
silence.
further?
That was
No?
an awkward
Thank
silence.
you, Your Honor, for everything. You really made a big change in my life, and I'm glad we came to your court today.
All right, well, you're very welcome. And if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Well, guys, that'll do it. That would do it. Like I said, I agree with the verdict. I don't agree with the mother leaving to go to Florida. I get it's to better yourself, better job, better money. But at the same time, it's like, a kid needs their father, like I said before. A kid deserves to have a father, and you should not be making it difficult for that to happen. And the whole organic, the kid is 5 years old. You're giving the kid organic food at 5 years old, and you're giving the kid vegetarian food at 5 years old. You're just asking for a high grocery bill, in my opinion. But guys, like I said, I agree with the verdict. Good on him. I don't agree with the mother leaving. So I don't agree with it. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys, you know, taking the time to actually watch my videos. It makes me go harder. It makes me go stronger. And I love you guys, you know, like you guys mean a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. And let me know down in the comment section below. I'm curious. Let me know your favorite video that I made so far. Out of all the videos I made, drop down. If you're a returning viewer, I want you to drop down in the comment section. Let me know your favorite video that you watched. That being said, again guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you in another video. Alright, so peace.